Who wants to be rich? Everyone wants to be rich. Being rich is the dream of everyone, and it was my dream when I was younger as well. And I had a song that used to inspire me a lot. It's for a band called White Horse, and its name is Wonderland Avenue. And it says, if you want to be rich, you've got to be a billionaire. I had to tweak the end of the song just to sound appropriate, but this is what I actually believe. I believe that everyone needs to work hard. If they want to be really rich, they need to be a big fish. And so actually today, I will give you the secret that everyone is looking forward to know, to be able to be rich. And this is by teaching you or informing you how you can create your own business marketing plan for your business or for the company that you work for. So this plan starts with a situational analysis as a first stage, and then execution phase, and then the last phase is actually the evaluation of your plan. So any marketing plan starts with a problem or with an opportunity. So you need to figure out an opportunity in front of you or a problem that you face already in your company or in your own business. So according to an article for Margaret Dawson, okay, which is in a website Revel IQ, she mentioned the 3 phases that I will go through now. The first phase is situational analysis. Situation analysis is when you know the problem, you start to research it. You need to make a full research about the problem itself by taking, for example, information from the government offices, from websites, from newspapers, or even you implement your survey for your target market or your clients. So I give you just a simple example of a surface that Windows actually operated it on 2012. They started the first Surface, and they didn't have any share in the market. So they made a research in the market to be sure if Surface would work or not. And after the research and the results, they managed to make something called SWOT analysis. The SWOT analysis, this is an example of a SWOT analysis that came from Microsoft.com, the reports section. It's a SWOT analysis for the Surface that shows the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that you could find. And this is definitely based on a research, actual research that they made in the market. So what any company should do is to focus on the opportunities that they find, and definitely to make sure that they understand the threats that they are facing as well. And then they move to the second phase. The second phase is actually the execution. The execution is normally the fun time. And I believe that this is where you need to start actions. And the first action that obvious to any company is to put an objective. And having an objective in front of everyone to make sure that they're all on the same picture. For example, Microsoft, when they started doing their Surface, they knew what's their share in the market with a simple chart like this. Just an example, yeah? Like there is Apple in the market, there is Asus, there is some other competitors. And this information, they got it from the research. And they said, all right, in the next year, this is the objective, which is the phase that I'm talking about. The objective is to be able to have 20% of the market share within a year. So you need to put a period of time, and at the same time, you need to put something measured that you can actually measure physically, yeah, like 20% or whatever you can find out. And then the second part after having your objective is actually to build a strategy. And building a strategy, it sounds complicated, but the strategy is actually just how to answer the objective that you already have. So you think with your expertise and you try to understand what would be the best steps that you need to take to be able to reach to the objective. So the strategy is actually a long term as well. So if you have an objective for 1 year, you need to put a strategy for 1 year. But there is something called a tactic within the strategy which is a shorter term. It's actually too many tactics that build one strategy. So, and so you can actually build, for example, I would like to expand in all social media channels within 1 year. That's a strategy. But then a small tactic is, which is a part of the strategy, is I would like to have a campaign for Facebook for 1 month, for January 2016. And then this is a smaller tactic, and you, for example, on February, you have Instagram and then other stuff. And at the end, you have all tactics together that creates the strategy that you are looking for in that period. And definitely after this, you need to understand that you need to evaluate your actions that you took already. So this is in the evaluation phase, which is the third phase. The third phase is when you need to measure what you have done. It has actually two parts. It's a short term and a long term. The short term is, for example, Surface made a campaign in Instagram, and they need to check how many likes, what was the participation within a month of January. And this is a short term that they need to understand, because they might need to tweak the whole tactics or strategies before the end. Otherwise, you lose your time, and then you couldn't really reach to your target. And the other evaluation is actually the overall evaluation that you need to do for the whole campaign. So you learn from it, and you understand that this campaign was a successful campaign or not, and you use it as a future reference if you want to do it again for the next years. And so I think that Surface was an example, a clear example, which is now is a 33% of the market share until 2015. And this is exactly what they did. So it's clear for everyone that this is the way to make a company rich, or even your personal business. You can still do that, but you need to follow the scientific way to be able to guarantee the success. So, so I think today, at the end of the presentation, I hope that you can see how you can create your business successful, your life successful, and become rich. And this is through the three stages that I explained, which is the situational analysis, problem, and the situation analysis. The second phase is the execution phase that has the strategies, tactics, and then the final phase, which is the evaluation phase in a short and a longer term. And as my dad used to tell me, your hands can make you rich, but your mind can make you much richer. And that's because your hand can carry few things at the time, but your mind can carry many things at the same time. So I hope you can enjoy your Bentleys, and I see you soon.